video. Guys, I'm so upset because, well, not upset, but I'm kind of like a little irritated because I had plans on like coming to Starbucks and parking, and I literally Maverick got up at 6. One moment. Thank you. But I guess maybe I can talk to y'all as I'm headed home about it. I guess that will probably be the best thing. Because even when I get home, manuals, good gosh. Even when I get home, I may not even be able to talk to y'all. So the plan was to get up, feed Maverick, which I did. I fed her grits, and then I gave her a bottle, just so when I come to Starbucks, I can actually like sit and talk to y'all. But she had decided that she doesn't want to be in the car seat, and I actually think she pooped. So I don't like for her to sit in that at all. So she's never had a diaper rash, and we're going to keep that. We're going to keep that tradition going. Okay, so, but, and then I'm gonna play this back, and if it's too loud, cause y'all know my Jeep like is really loud. There's always so much going on. So if it's too loud, then I'll just re-record it. But the title of this video is basically Level Up Plan. So, and I'm gonna be doing like budgeting videos, and I'm gonna be probably putting like hashtag 24 level up, because the whole point is that while I'm at my mom's house, I need to have 24,000 saved up while I'm with her for the next 2 years. And y'all can just, do the math. So basically, I will need to save $1,000 every single month. Because I said that the whole point of me moving in is for a benefit for me, so I can make sure that when it comes to Maverick, as she gets older, if she wants to do any type of sport and actually go pro at it, or let's say she wants to be a doctor and she's got to do certain things with college and school, that I have a jump start on saving. Or even if she wants to be an artist in New York City, or an artist here downtown, and she doesn't want to go to college, maybe she can use that money to put a down payment on a house or something, whatever she wants to do. But I want to be prepared to where if she says, Mom, I need you, I got it. So that is the whole point. So and this is so this 24,000, like I said, it's not well basically I haven't said it yet. So this 24,000 is not counting any of the money that I already have. This 24,000 is strictly 24,000 that I need to have saved up while I'm living at my mom's house for the next 2 years. So the plan is, so roughly, let's do my budget. Roughly, now that, so before I had Maverick, my paychecks were probably about, I'd say roughly around, I guess, like around 1,700, 1,800, right? But now that I have Maverick, of course, like I added her to my insurance, and I don't know what it is, y'all, but just adding a baby to your insurance, my point is for me to save $24,000. Okay, that is the goal. That is the goal. The second goal is for me to save $24,000. Yet while I am also paying off my debt, right? So I have student loans, and then I have this Jeep that I have to finish paying off. So what I plan on doing, so what I plan on doing is paying off this Jeep first, because if I can pay off this Jeep first, that would allow me to that would actually allow for me to put it with liability on my car insurance. And I'm really a big advocate of liability, because the thing about it is, even if a car hit me, like a lady hit me the other day, and she said she was actually pregnant with twins. She had her other kids in the back seat, and she was like begging me, like, hey, like, I don't have insurance and all this stuff. And my Jeep was completely fine. Now her car was messed up, but my Jeep was completely fine. Like, it was, I mean, it may not be fine, but I let her go. I was just like, just go. But I'm a big advocate, and the other reason why I let her go was also for a selfish reason on my part, because whenever you have, I don't know why insurance companies do this, but even if you're not at fault in a car accident, your insurance goes up. Like, it literally goes up, and I feel as though it goes up because they feel like you could have prevented it in some way. So I let her go, mainly because she was begging, and I don't like people doing that. And two, for a selfish reason for myself, because I know for a fact that right now with this Jeep, I'm paying full coverage because I have to. And then with my other car, my Celica, I'm only paying liability. But the goal is that the moment I move into my mom's house, I'm going to be paying the Jeep off. So that would be the number one goal as far as debt. So the number one savings goal is to save $24,000. That won't change. But the number one goal for my debt is to first pay off the Jeep, so I can then put it under liability. So both of my cars will be under liability. Because with my cars, like my Celica is 2004, this Jeep is a 2000. I'm not paying full coverage for these, because there will come a point in time where my cars won't even be worth fixing. So that's the goal. Number one is to pay off my Jeep, and then two, really tackle my student loans. I would like to get, at least while I'm living with my mom, at least I would like to pay at least $30,000 down on my student loans, and not $30,000 down, because I don't have $30,000, but within the span of 2 years, I want to have had paid at least $30,000, or within the span of the 2 years, I want to have at least have paid down $30,000 of my student loans. And the whole point of that is I probably won't have my student loans paid off until Maverick is probably like 7 or 10, just because I won't be really putting my all into them. I'll be kind of like making a payment here and there, but I know for a fact that I want to have at least 30 down. So thinking about how I can actually do this would be to where when I move in, with my paycheck being $1,400, right? With my paycheck being $1,400, the goal for me to make the $24,000 is that I'm going to So with 500 going into that one bank account every paycheck, that's going to leave me with about, I say 950, but let's just round it down to 900, right? So with that 900 every paycheck, I'm going to first be paying my mom $550 for rent, because even though I'm moving in with my mom and she's told me that oh my goodness, okay, all right, I'll just finish this at home, because at this point it's just not gonna be good. She's whining, so I'm just finished this at home. I'm gonna be stopping and going, y'all, just because she's crying, and so she just, I mean, do you see yourself? Do you see yourself? Look, mama. Do you see yourself? Okay, so, Jesus Christ. Where was I? I mean, but yeah, when you set it up like that to where you're kind of hiding money from yourself, then is a lot better, because then it becomes second nature for me to not even think about that 500. You know what I mean? Because what I'm gonna be seeing deposited into the other bank where I'm gonna be using for bills, it won't be there. So it'll be almost as if I'll start learning that my paychecks are actually 900. So that is the plan. So that is going to be basically how I'm gonna get the 24,000 easily without even probably needing to work at it. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna be, so then that leaves me with then that leaves me with so then that leaves me with 1,800, right? So every paycheck, for the first paycheck of the month, I'm gonna be paying my mom $550, and I'm gonna make sure I pay her that, because I also feel like that's also me paying her for keeping Maverick, because she keeps Maverick every day while I'm at work. So I feel like that is also a way for me to kind of, because my mom, she's never asked us for rent or bills or anything. Like, my mom, she's just not that type of mom to say, oh well, if you move in, you got to do this and pay this. She doesn't do that. So I feel like me making sure that I pay her the $550 every month, that will be good, because one, it's like I'm paying for room and board, and then two, I'm paying her to keep Maverick. So that's $550 right there. And then with the rest of that paycheck, I'm going to be keeping for just miscellaneous things. And then with my second paycheck, that entire paycheck I am going to use towards paying off my vehicle, my Jeep. So it's going to be $900 going towards that Jeep every single month, like, bet, because I don't like the interest rate I got, but of course I got that because I didn't really have, I'm still building my credit. So, and I have like 12,000 left to pay on that Jeep. So if I actually pay 900 towards that Jeep every month, I'm gonna have that Jeep paid off next year. Okay, so but then that will already be one full year, right? That will already be one full year that I've kind of knocked off. Like, now I'll only have one more year left with my mom. So I'm then going to have to actually, the second year, that's when I'm going to be putting any and everything that I have, anything extra that I have, towards my student loans. So it's just going to be non-stop payments to my student loans. And then also with Maverick's dad, how did this come out, baby? And then with Maverick's dad, he actually pays me $200 every month for her child support. So, and it's not legal, so he just kind of sends it. So he pays me $200 every month for her child support. That is going to automatically go into a certificate for her, which I also think is also good because if she doesn't, if I don't touch it, then by the time she's 18, it should be about 18,000 in that certificate. And I know it's doable, and I know I'm going to do it, one, because I don't spend my money on anything. I don't have, like, I'm not rolling with kids anymore. My godson moves, so I don't really have things that I have to spend my money on. The only thing that I am going to spend money on is that I want to finish my sleeve on my arm, and that's it. But I don't go out and buy things, or, like, I am a true minimalist. Like, I do not spend money, so it's going to happen like that. I just have to make sure that I am kind of sticking to my goal, and kind of making sure that, I'm leveling up. Like, that is the whole point. 24 level up, because I want to make sure that I am saving. Like, when I move out of my mom's house in 2 years, she'll be 3. I want to say I moved in for a reason, and I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. And then it'll also be good with my mom as well, because right now, my sister Crystal, she gets up in the morning time to come and pick Maverick up, and that's around like 5:45. So it also gives my mom, and they actually take turns, so it also gives my mom and sister Crystal a break, to where, Maverick, she's right there. They don't have to come and get her every single morning. And eventually she'll be in school. Once she's 3, well, once she's 4, I can put her in preschool. So, now let's talk about this, because I won't be at my current job long. Right now, I'm a supervisor over counselors, but I am about to get my registered intern license, to where I'm going to need to be counseling in order to get my license and become a oh my god, and become a LMHC. So and that's going to take 2 years, which also, so I'm about to be with my mom for 2 years. So there's a lot that's about to happen within these 2 years, and I have to make sure that, like I said, I'm doing my due diligence to make sure I succeed in it. But back to my job. So I'm about to become a registered intern, which means I need to actually be counseling. So I have something set up to where I may actually be leaving my current job as a supervisor over counselors, and going back to just being a counselor, which means definitely a decrease in pay. So I don't know what that's going to look like, because it'll be a whole nother job. I have a friend who she's hopefully she reaches out to me in May to come and work for her as a counselor, but that will mean a decrease in pay. So I won't have my fancy little supervisor job now. I will actually I may lose probably I don't know, man. Like, right now, I'm getting paid close to $30 an hour, But this may really mean a pay decrease, probably down to, I want to say maybe down to like $22 an hour. And I'm not ready for that, but it still sets me up for success, because once I actually have my licensure in 2 years, then the minimum that I will have to be paid is $30 an hour minimum. So it kind of like, okay, so I'll be able to deal with it, because I'll be kind of set up. I'll be living with my mom. I won't have these extra bills. My rent right now is $1,100, but I'm going to tell my mom's I'll be paying $550. So it really won't bother me per se, but it will kind of create a shift in me actually paying things off and kind of getting things rolling how I want to get them rolling. So, but yeah, that is the plan. That is the level up plan for the next 2 years while I'm with my mom. And I'm not even going to say I'll probably do it. I know for a fact I will do it, because she didn't ask to be here, and what I do want to do is make sure she is set up to where my struggles are not hers, because she doesn't deserve that. So yeah. And then of course I still have, and then I'm also going to open up an IRA to kind of start setting up for retirement. I don't know if I like 401ks. I don't like my money sitting with somebody else. So I also want to make it to where all of my retirement money is sitting in my account. I don't want it sitting in Fidelity or, like a third party. I want all of my money in my account. So that's another thing that I'm going to be doing. So yeah, that is the plan. Saving $24,000 in 2 years, and also making sure that I'm paying off my Jeep, my debt, also within the next 2 years. And then when Maverick and I move out, the plan is to still make sure that I'm putting money in that account. She always turns my necklace. Putting money in that account where it should go, to where we're just set up for success. I really want to make sure that I'm setting her up for success, and setting myself up for success too, because this money is, while I would always use it for her first, this money is really also for my retirement, and just getting me set up, like getting the ball rolling for just being set up in life. So what? And then when I get my income tax, depending on how much I get as well, I may just put that in my first I'm gonna break my mom and sister off something, because they've done so much for Maverick. So, and then after that, I'm gonna put the rest. I'm gonna go ahead and get a jump start in that $24K that I'm gonna be needing to save. What is the problem, Mama? She's just alright. So yeah, that is the goal. That's what I'm doing. And sorry this video is all over the place. This is a prime example, y'all, where, not that I'm blaming her, but it's just editing and getting stuff. It can't happen. It just cannot happen when she's with me. It just can't. It just can't. Let me see what else. And I guess that's it. Oh, and she does start swimming. I think I said that in the last vlog. And then after swimming, we're going to go ahead and roll over to gymnastics. And then after gymnastics, there's like some, apparently she can start gymnastics when she's 6 months. Now, I don't know what they about to be doing. Probably just rolling on the floor, doing exactly what she's doing now. But I want to start to get her into, but I want to get her into sports early, because Um, you know, I want her to be very well rounded. And I think anybody that does sports, you know, their growth in life, they understand discipline, drive, accomplishments. They listen, and you know, it just they're better well rounded. I feel like now, when it comes to all of the people that I have came across in life, um, people that have actually done sports, that I know they're a lot well rounded. They're not afraid of competition. They're not afraid of being critiqued or criticism or anything like that. So I want her to just do sports to have that sense of commitment, drive, competition, and have the sense of actually being on a team, and all that. Okay. All right, y'all. So that's it. I will see y'all in my next video. Hey, bye bye. She doesn't care.